Welcome back to Looking Forward.
Been a minute.
Been a minute indeed, a hot minute. Okay, Jen. So I'm very excited to talk about the state of, I'd say, like agentic web development.
Mhm.
And yes, we launched a new version of our website that was fully developed using Lovable with
Mhm.
absolutely zero code. Um, and it was well received. We've gotten some submissions. The traffic's good. A lot of great
Mhm.
engagement on the content there. And we continue to build it out, to build out the website, which is becoming more of like a web application. So what happened this week was you said what happened this week? What was it? I think there's something about like a business
Needing a
card
new
or something,
website?
right?
Oh, yes.
No,
Yeah,
the
business cards. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to keep a physical card as like that icebreaker or like that introduction to our online presence. And then I wanted there to then be a QR code that makes it easy to access our online presence. And then you had some ideas on how to amplify that to be more than just like a generic, virtual business card with links and what have you.
yes, yes, that's right. So, um, as you know, so then I jumped into Lovable,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, okay, wouldn't it be great to have the functionality of this card built within the platform of our website, easily like connected to everything we're doing there, so make it dynamic, whatnot. So I'm gonna share my screen in a second. Yeah, just if I find the right screen. Multiple screens open. Multiple screens open. Closing multiple screens. That's why I was a little upset about my physical screen not working because I had like a layout. So in the screen
Oh,
I had all the Lovable stuff, all the back end stuff, and the other screen was the front end. So on one side I'm jiving with the LLMs, working on the back end of the website, and on the other side I'm jiving with the agentic browsers that are pretending to browse the website and take
okay.
action on the website. That was the jiving. But now like everything's on one screen, and I'm trying to find the right screen. Just so give me 1 second. I'll get it in a second.
No problem. Is this why I saw that you viewed my LinkedIn profile today?
That's right.
Did you make me a profile? Now I'm excited.
Did I make you a profile, Jen? Hold on.
I guess we're about to find out.
We are about to find out. Okay, here. I have it. Share my screen. Share screen. Oh, okay. No, share window. Share window. Share this window. Okay.
Yep,
Can you see my window?
I can.
Okay, great. So this is Lovable, right? On the left-hand side, we have the chat component, and on the right-hand side, we have like the preview component. And yeah, so I went in here and I was like, hey, can we actually, I can go back in time and show you. Um, no, because I don't want to move. I don't want to do that. Don't want to go back in time. Show you. I'll show you here right now. Okay. So I went in here and I was like, oh, the core functionality is we need a generate QR codes that can be printed on these physical cards that will point to specific landing pages. And when you said, we're going to do that we're going to use a vendor for that, and you were sharing some of the examples of or some of the designs of how we can implement it, I was like, oh man, it wouldn't be great that it was like created within the same context of the
Mm-hmm.
website and then whatever, right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
how we landed here. So initially I was just like, all right, let's add the the team members.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have to log in. Let's add the team members. Let's add the team members and create
Uh-huh.
the cards,
Yep.
right? And I was like, all right, let's do that. That didn't take very long, and then we created the cards. So I'll show you an example of a card. We'll use my card. Now, the most important thing to keep in mind right now, as we see it, we're going to look at it on a desktop, and this is built for mobile.
Mobile.
Okay, so just I can send you the link later, and you can try it.
Yeah. Sure.
But obviously, it would be hard to demo it right now. So
Yeah.
let me just click on view this landing page, which is where this QR code would lead to.
Yes.
Boom.
Wow. Love that. Love the book a meeting prompt. That was not something that was offered in some of the options I was looking at.
And mine is, I think, live, right? So this is working. If you click on that, you'll go to my Calendly. You can book the meeting.
Cool.
If you connect on LinkedIn, it'll take you to LinkedIn, and you can save the contact information on your device if that's what you prefer to do. Like if you're having a conversation with someone physically and you're in the same place, maybe that's the way you want to go to keep it intimate and keep going. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
I like that.
so on the back end, you can add for each individual here, you can add their phone number, which I haven't for anyone yet,
Yes.
but you can add their phone number. And so when they add the contact, you can start texting. And I think for certain members of of our team, that's probably something they want to do.
Yeah.
And there's a bio. Each person can change or update that bio. I was
Cool.
going off of some of the LinkedIn profile stuff, and that's why you're seeing me on LinkedIn, snooping on people. And yeah, so that's it, right? That's the QR code generator landing page thing. Whatever, we can continue to tweak and improve those landing pages.
Love it.
Continue to tweak and improve whatever we want out of that. But that was this morning, right? And I was like, I had set out like around 90 minutes to do this. It took me 20.
Wow.
So then I was like, all right, what else can we add to the admin experience on the back end of the website? So then it was like, all right, well, we should have the contact like admin place, right, where we could see who has filled out the contact form, what are they looking for, like easily take a peek at that, whatnot. And then like even like change their status from like qualified to unqualified, whatever, right? Just this is nothing like I'm not saying, by the way, Jen, that we're following whatever methodologies in here right now.
No, I think it's awesome.
It's more like exploring
that's the piece I like, the exploring and like not having to have everything be perfectly ironed out before we can start using it. Like we can truly be agile with this tool because we can make adjustments really quickly and easily and ourselves. And so we don't always have to like wait for perfect or even MVP before we can like take risks and try things and then just keep making them a better version based on whether it's feedback or us testing it out or whatever. It's cool.
Yeah, and when we were chatting this morning about like, hey, what should we talk about in the podcast?
Yeah.
I was really excited about this because I was already past the QR code thing. Although I went back to it later. The way that I work with Lovable is not that sequential. Like sometimes I'll be doing something else, and then I'm like, wait a minute. It's like before the cards didn't have the ampersand like letter mark or no actual branding, and then I was like, no, maybe you should have a little bit of branding there. So we can keep tweaking. So that's the contact thing. Then there's the discovery like sessions.
Cool.
And you can click into them. This doesn't look really good right now. Obviously, it's like I said, it's like a demo, I guess, right? This was done this morning in a couple of hours total, right? Everything.
Yeah.
But we can now we have like a profile, right, for these discoveries.
Yeah.
They can be shared potentially across the team. Folks who are working on business development can really use this tool and give us feedback on how they want the tool to be or whatever. We can
Totally.
collaborate on the future evolution of it. And then it was like, all right, let's create a dashboard where the admin can see what's the most recent activity. Right now it's just new contacts or new discoveries, but obviously we can leverage anything we want into it. Now, what's really exciting to me is one, like we were going to be like, oh, all right, let's use the third party vendor for this capability, and like
Yeah.
in a matter of minutes, that was no longer like a requirement, and we could internalize the capability and
Yes.
own it, control it, and like you said, be able to continue to evolve and test and innovate around it without
Yeah.
having to be beholden to anybody else's innovation roadmap, right? So
Totally. Yeah.
that's really really exciting. Some of the other stuff I tried things that I already undid because it wasn't working. It wasn't clicking yet, but it was like, all right. So if we want to generate like an email or a one pager or something to someone as part of our business operation,
Yeah.
using generative AI to do that. And Lovable was pushing on this because they have this thing right now where like it's to use Gemini from Google
Yeah.
is
I
free
saw that.
until like Monday or something. So literally the Lovable LLM was like saying, oh, maybe you should add this AI thing now that it's free until Sunday,
Uh-huh.
generative AI stuff. So that's, I think, like next steps here is how to continue to add functionality to the application. But like really, like once the database of like the team members was created to
Hmm.
create the QR codes, then it's like, all right, well, now we have this object of team member on our application, and it's like, what else do we want to do with that? Do we want to start tracking? Like, we do things like kudos and things like that. We have a bunch of different capabilities that we're leveraging from third parties that maybe we could
Yeah.
quickly incorporate it into our own custom and unique ampersand platform and experience. This can go in a lot of different directions,
For sure.
and I'm really excited about it. Like, even just also like on the main website, we don't really have a representation of our teammates there currently,
Correct.
and so it just being able to work on that and leveraging the data that's being created for the cards
Yeah.
just proves how valuable it can be to like just build our own thing with Lovable as opposed to um, using something out of the box.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's really cool.
So, what are some of the things maybe you, Jen, would like to see? Like, I try to some of the like we have. There's like project management. There's like time tracking. There's billing. There's all these different components of our operations. Like, what is it? Which one do you think is like the most painful to you that you might want to like prioritize if we're going to be continuing to enhance this application?
I mean, the time tracking one for sure. Just having that capability in-house versus like the third party that we use that, in my opinion, is not ideal. Like it's good enough, but I think what we're saying in this is like, it does like, yes, we're saying it can just be good enough to go live, but also we don't have to settle for good enough, where I think that's what we're doing with some of these third parties. So we could really just make it exactly like the best use case for our consultants, versus something, again, that's kind of out of the box and isn't then ideal for me to go in and do the billing on the other end. So that one definitely, for me, it's been something I've really wanted to improve for a while now. Our review process, like our year-end review process, and having that be more dynamic and less of like physical checklist or feeling like very flat. Like I would love for that experience to be more enjoyable, but yeah, overall, like just more organic for our team, so that it feels like more of like a true conversation that we're having collectively, and I don't know, more results based than it is like just this sort of like routine kind of old school process, I would say. I've been reading a lot about various opinions from organizations right now considering like how to improve that whole process. So that'd be really cool too.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Would love for us to put together like requirements for that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think it would be that hard now. Like I have tried in the past, but not with like the capabilities that exist today. With how quickly things are improving. I think like even 6 months ago when I gave this a try, it wasn't as easy to do for someone as non-technical as me. Whereas now I think it's very possible. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
exciting.
yeah.
Okay, so you're going to put your hands on Lovable, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've used it
And
before. I built a tracker, an AI challenge tracker.
I love it. No, but I'm saying like right now, you're saying you're going to do this for the performance management component,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Definitely.
Okay,
It was,
great.
yeah,
Maybe
I
on the
mean,
next
it's
pod
still, the year's not over
we'll
yet, but
take a
that was
look
one
at
of
it,
my goals for 2025.
right?
So it's not too late.
Maybe in the next pod we'll look. We can update folks on the progress on some of these other capabilities, but also showcase our performance management component.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Do I look really red on the video? I feel like now I'm looking at the video and it looks like I'm really red.
No,
No?
not
You
especially.
know that the backgrounds have like a filter.
Yeah. Well, it's because you always like the dark, scary ones. That looks so
Kind of
scary,
soothing.
what's behind you.
Kind of soothing.
Looks like the Matrix,
I get all the buzzing sound from all the
the neon.
energy. Yeah, the energy floating around. Um. Okay. Yeah. I mean that's cool. So
Okay, I do have one thing to say. Maybe this should be like a web series we do because I do think that there's a big element of seeing what you were sharing on the screen versus what you would maybe hear on a podcast.
yeah, I mean, look, Jenny, we're recording this video. We can like the YouTube channel can be the lead channel for the podcast. Like a
Yeah,
lot of podcasts actually function that way, and they
yeah,
they get a lot like most of their views and listens through YouTube, and then incremental listens on other channels as well. But yeah, no, I think what we're saying is like if you're listening to this podcast and you're not looking at the video,
yeah.
well, sorry.
But maybe it will entice them to go and watch the YouTube video.
I'm really
If
sorry.
they're so
The last
inclined.
like 10, 15 minutes were a complete waste of your time.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But cool.
Yeah, other than that, look, it's been a while, right?
Yeah.
Since we've done this and take the opportunity to send some good vibes to the great people at Ampersand Consulting, to our clients and our friends. Love to hear your input on like what you want us to talk about on the pod. We're gonna be a lot more flexible this time around, and as you can see, much more improvised. As we have been able to incorporate AI more in other facets of our lives, it's
Yeah.
creating the space for us to be able to interact a lot more freely on this medium, I believe.
Yes. Yeah. And just more authentically and, you know, it
Yeah,
doesn't need to be so
nothing
like
tells someone that
planned and
we're being more
perfect.
authentic than nothing says more that I'm authentic than saying, "Hey, I'm authentic."
No, but you know what I mean? Like it doesn't need to be this like perfectly scripted thing. Like let's just,
Yeah, we're just
you know.
inviting folks over to our like
Yeah.
one-on-one conversation,
Yeah,
probably on
exactly.
Fridays, like this Friday. And we're gonna
Well, and
release this like
also,
right away, right after this. There's gonna be no editing.
oh my,
There's gonna be no nothing. Literally, this is going to turn around. We're going to LLM the obviously, description and all that stuff that we need to generate to it in order to publish it. But then we're gonna publish it pretty much right away.
okay. Well, what I was going to say too is like, you haven't yet done a shameless plug for your newsletter, which has been the inspiration for us restarting the podcast.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Jen. Yes. So yes, there's a Monday Thought newsletter that it's a weekly Monday morning newsletter that I've been sending out for the last few months. I believe we're on edition, like working on 22, edition 22 for next next Monday. I've come to find a liking to the email medium. I think it's for introverts and extroverts, or extra introverts, or however we want to call it. Because I get to like share about what I'm thinking on Monday Thought, but I feel like it only goes to the subscribers, and so the folks who receive the emails, and that way it doesn't feel like I'm just shouting out to like random folks who are walking by and like saying, "Hey, listen to me, what I'm saying." It's like, look, I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts over here on mondaythought.com. That's right, mondaythought.com. So if you are interested in being part of that community where we're exploring like the future of work and how we live based on this great wave of innovation led by AI, then come on in. And also emails are like a very, I feel like, sweet touch point, because you get if you're on the receiving side, you get a notification, you see a subject line, you either decide to partake or not partake based on that subject line. Is this theme interesting to me or not? So that's very, like, I feel like a subtle nudge, as opposed to like a in your face, in the feed type of situation. So yeah, if you haven't yet, please check it out. More than 1,200 people have signed up already. Super exciting. At mondaythought.com.
And it's giving us some great content to discuss together here on this medium. So more podcasting to come.
Yes, please like, subscribe, share, comment. Please comment. I want to know what you're thinking. We want to know what you're thinking. If you're listening to this today on Friday, have a great weekend.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and for more information about Ampersand Consulting, please visit
our new and improved.
Yes. Thinkampersand.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can find the link on the show's notes. So please visit it, poke around, look at some of our content in terms of the blog, some of our thought leadership there. You could check out some of our case studies there. I think those are particularly interesting for a lot of folks. I do get a lot of questions from time to time, even from some of my closest personal acquaintances. Hey, what exactly do you do at Ampersand Consulting?
Mm-hmm.
And the best answer I can give you is it's on a case-by-case basis. So there you go. Go to thinkampersand.com, check out our case studies. Love to hear if there's anything we can help you with. If you have any questions about anything, we're here to help.
Yes, we are. And until next time,
Keep looking forward.